Welcome everybody back to the show. This is Showtime 49. I'm Showtime, bruh. I'm here to talk about the massacre that just went down between the Niners and the Ravens. Let's jump right into it.
Welcome to Showtime 49. Welcome to Showtime 49.
All right, welcome back. Let's get into this game plan right out the gate. I got an issue. Kyle Shanahan. What was the game plan? What was the game plan? For those of you that don't know, the Ravens had the number one defense in the league. It's not us, it's them. Number one. And something that they specialize in is passing defense. Passing defense. Now, it seems like this year we became more of a passing team. Granted, we have a much better quarterback. So it makes sense. But my interpretation is if you're getting ready to play a team and you're making a game plan for an offense that's playing against the number one defense, especially if you've been a number one defense before. So you should understand this. Let's just get right to it. Let's keep going. And their defense, their strength is passing defense. That's their strength. So we're going to come out and we're going to pass, right? Because we have a better quarterback and because there are two MVP quarterbacks up for discussion. And we need to show for some reason that our quarterback is better. So let's put him on display on a huge stage on Christmas, like the whole everything. And let's just keep passing then, right? No. What was the game plan? CMC was literally the only bright spot in that entire game for the 49ers. He was the only thing to talk about as far as positivity goes. Him. The same guy that I've said multiple times is the real MVP of our team. Like for real. Now, I understand the difference with Brock Purdy being on our team and, him being an MVP candidate and everything. Of course, we run the ball. That's something we've always done. The difference is our quarterback. We have a better quarterback, so therefore more things happen better for us. I get that. But CMC is not just a running back. That's not what he is. That's not just what he does. He does everything. And he's elite. This is a Hall of Fame running back who is elite. And I'm sorry, do y'all remember last year in the NFC Championship? Of course, we all remember that, right? We played the Eagles. Brock Purdy gets injured. Who was the only person that had a bright spot and still had this game close at halftime? CMC. He was breaking tackles. It was all him. All him. So yesterday, he only touched the ball 15 times. I would think that in a game like this, where their strength is defending against the pass, that we would go heavy on the run. Are you trying to out trick them and psych your own self out? I'm not sure what the real answer is, but to me, it seemed pretty obvious because CMC was having a good game. Do we remember the drive that still kept us in the game right before halftime when it was 100% CMC receiving, catching all the way down the field? His vision, the way he breaks tackles, what he sees, if we really want to talk about MVPs, him and Trent Williams. Tell me I'm wrong. Because when Trent Williams doesn't play, how the Niners do? I'm going to wait for that answer. Tell me how the Niners do when Trent Williams doesn't play. Because last time I checked, if you ain't got no good offensive line or at least somebody over there, nothing's going to go to plan. Nothing's going to work right because timing and all this stuff is going to be messed up. All kind of factors. Trent Williams gets injured with the groin. He leaves. Any game he leaves out of, we don't even win. It was like the white flag was already thrown. So I'm just really not understanding what the real game plan was, because if that was it, then we deserve to get beat like we did. The score showed even closer than what the game really was. They whooped us. They handled us. They were jumping our routes. Their defense played every bit of the part, and they felt disrespected. And they proved it and showed that they was disrespected. And they came into our town, our stadium, and smacked us around like we've been doing other people. They said, nah, we some bullies. Let's do this. And they had a much better game plan. We were out-coached top to bottom, from offense to defense. And see, I'm not putting this on the defense as much as I'm putting it on the offense, because the defense was put in real bad situations because of turnovers. I don't care what you're doing. 4 interceptions is a bad game. So we need to stop the narrative of every time we lose, let's blame something else other than Brock Purdy too, because he wholeheartedly deserves the blame for what went down yesterday. Absolutely does. Kyle Shanahan wholeheartedly deserves major blame for what went down yesterday. That's just what it is, man. You telling me if Lamar Jackson had 4 interceptions, we wouldn't be trying to crucify this man right now? We would. Where Brock Purdy is an exception? I don't think so. I don't think so. Is it his first full year playing? Yes, there's still that. There's still that. So maybe we should calm down on trying to already place him in all these elite places. How about we just let his career play out? Because we're trying to compare him to people who have multiple years in the league, with their stock still staying as high as it is, even though it may not be as good as a season as he's having right now, but that's one season. And we're comparing him to quarterbacks who've been doing this for a long time, where the supposed book has been out on them, and they still rise to the occasion. Now, since we're talking about Brock so much right now, let's just go ahead and continue to talk about him. All the interceptions weren't on him. They were not. But does he deserve the blame? Yes, because last time I checked, if you're a quarterback and you throw a ball and the very next person to touch the ball is a defender, it's on you. You decided to throw it over there. That was your decision. You did it. You saw it and you did it. Now, you're shorter than most. Okay. So that means you have to be aware of D linemen jumping up trying to tip passes. You got to be aware of that, because that's who you are. You're smaller, you're shorter. So therefore they're going to do that, because that's just only makes sense. So if I saw somebody little trying to make a pass, I'm going to jump because I'm tall. For y'all that don't know, I'm 6'4". So I'm going to jump. And that's what was happening. And then those balls tend to go your way sometimes, because there's a lot of luck in playing quarterback. Like, he's made throws that we was like, I don't even know how that got in there. Definitely should have been intercepted. A few of them. There's been a lot of plays like that. But then when they don't work out, this is what can happen. So it's not like, oh, it's a turnover or two. It's like circles the drain, though. And that's a little concerning. It's a little alarming. He's been playing great all year. Is it okay for him to have a couple bad games? Absolutely, it's okay for him to have a couple bad games. I do understand both sides. I understand the Brock sexuals, and I understand, the ones that are hating against him. You know what I'm saying? I understand it all. I just want a good quarterback, and I want people to have a fair chance and get their chance to shine. That's who I am. That's what I want. And if Brock Purdy is that person for us, then great. But yesterday showed me even more so what my main concern is those situations when we're not already destroying a team, when we don't completely have a team by the neck. It's not a full-on stranglehold, but when we're losing, or the game is tight, or we have to rely on our quarterback, like you're gonna have to do to win a Super Bowl. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have to do that. He hasn't done it yet. Not one time. I haven't seen it. This concerns me. I'm a little worried when supposedly our franchise quarterback, as great as he's been this season, there's a major part of his game that we still don't know. And as of now, it's a no, but it's still early. And of course, it's what I'm saying. You have to come back in games before you can get a Joe Montana type reference. Joe Cool, for coming back, winning games, being able to adjust and realize, okay, this game isn't going the way I want it to. I'm throwing picks. Maybe I should slow it down a little. Maybe my coach should start calling some running plays. They've been working. I don't know. Because even the screenplays and all the stuff, it was like they knew it was coming. It was like they knew what we were going to call. Their game plan was marvelous. It was spectacular. They were all over us from the jump. And, we started off playing pretty good against Lamar. I think it was like started the game off 0 for 5. But to maintain that throughout the whole game, you're going to need you're going to need your offense to do something, which is going to force him to pass more. But he did pass a lot. He made a lot of good throws still. And then when he was able to get outside the pocket, it was bad. Like, he's like the best quarterback outside the pocket. The best. Because he's way too fast and he has the cannon. Does he miss some open receivers' accuracy sometimes? Yeah. Does he miss open people? Like, doesn't even see him? Absolutely, he does. But when you're that kind of threat, like, that's a real dual threat. Like, the definition. We ain't seen nothing like it since Mike Vick. As far as that kind of speed that he possesses and the arm that he possesses. With that amazing defense that he has and the playmakers that he has around him, that's a legit team. And they proved that they were the best team in the NFL. Do I think the Niners are capable and still winning the Super Bowl? Absolutely. I honestly feel like it was better that we got smacked in the mouth in a game that really didn't have too many implications on our seeding and where we would be. I would have rathered us beat them, of course. But given the situation, we know how this season has been going. After we win about 5 in a row or whatever, and we catch an L, we needed that bye week. That bye week, we ain't lost since until yesterday. What are we fighting for right now? Number 1 seed, home field advantage. And that grants us what? A bye week, which is needed because like 3 offensive linemen got injured yesterday. All of a sudden, the injuries was piling on. It was bad all the way around. It wasn't a great game for the defense, but it was the worst game for the offense. But to me, the real MVP on our team is Christian McCaffrey. Still, because when we had nothing going, we just gave him the ball every play. And what happened? We freaking scored. Like, that's the time where you need to use Christian a lot. Not when we're like pummeling teams and we're up 20, 30 points and we're still giving him the ball when we have running backs like Jordan Mason. So it was just backwards to me. Like, I just really don't know what the game plan was. And like I said before, the other MVP is clearly Trent Williams. I'm worried. Like, we should beat the Commanders for sure. But let's not sleep on the Rams. I get we've been smacking them and doing everything, but they've won 5 out of their last 6 games. They have. And they took the Ravens into overtime. They played the Ravens better than we did. So let's just not look over them and be like, we're going to win these 2 games. It is what it is. We need to come ready because this home field advantage, anybody finna just give it to us. We need that. So we need to come out the gates ready to go. Like, for real. We need to come out the gates ready to go. We need to bounce back from this. And do I believe we'll bounce back and Brock will bounce back? Yes, because Brock ain't no bum. He's not. He ain't no bum. He's a good quarterback. He's been playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league this season. But can I crown him like top 5, top 10 quarterback forever or whatever? No, I can't do that yet because there's very important things I need to see still before I can crown somebody something. Anything. I'm just not crowning anybody anything. But it's easy for me to try to crown CMC, though. He been as consistent as can be since he been on our team. And even prior to. When he not injured, that man is always top of the league. And he's continuing to prove it on our team with a bunch of weapons. So, yes, man. Yes. CMC. Who's going to win it? Probably Lamar Jackson. And rightfully so. Got the best record. Supposedly beat the best team, which was us. Handled us. And did it in our house. So that's how I feel about what happened yesterday, man. Yesterday was not good by any means. It was tough to watch. I mean, before I'm done, Kyle Shanahan one more time, man. Like, what happened? What? Like, I get Brock got a stinger, even though it kind of looked like he got benched, but stinger 2 weeks in a row, and then Sam Darnold comes in, and all of a sudden, here comes the hurry up offense. Where was that? Where's the hurry up offense? We're down 21. No hurry up offense. We bring in Sam Darnold, and here comes the hurry up offense. I'm very lost. What's up, Kyle? What's up with the game plan? What was that? I don't know, you know. But Brock, I do think you'll bounce back. Kyle, I'm going to need you to learn how to adjust, my boy. Adjustments haven't been your strong point. If things don't go the way that you plan them in your genius brain, then who knows what's going to happen? It's not the smartest play calls. It's not the best game plan all of a sudden. It's not everything that everybody always talks about. It's not all that. Once we get smacked in the mouth real quick, how do you respond? How are you going to change the game plan? How are you going to adjust to where we can still be good? It's like the thing on the Niners is let's just get up on them by halftime. As long as we're winning by halftime, we can win. And that's true. Y'all saw that stat yesterday. This man, Kyle Shanahan, losing a game in the fourth quarter by 8 points or more. It's like 0-38. Ask me how many Super Bowls has Kyle Shanahan won. I wonder if that's why. He's given up leads that big. We all know that. So we're going to have to change something. Something's going to have to change in order for us to get this Lombardi. Something's going to have to change. And to me, the two main people are Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. This loss goes on to me. And I know that might not be a famous take, but you can't tell me that a quarterback didn't have a bad game and he threw 4 interceptions. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. It was a bad game. Kyle Shanahan's game plan was terrible. Did the defense play great? No. But did they hold their own for a long time? Yes. Like that first half would have been totally different. Totally different had the defense not held on while the offense was trying to give the game away and trying to have us get blown out 50-something or whatever. Because that game was a lot worse than what the score showed. And that's why I got to give credit to the defense for at least holding it together. Somewhat. Because the offense didn't help. Turnovers. Like, you don't win games. I think after 3 turnovers, like, got like an 8% chance of winning. Come on, man. Come on. After that, like, no. So let's not sit here and act like people don't deserve the blame. Yes, because I give credit when it's due. And I'm going to get on you when it's due. It is what it is. When Brock plays well, hey, he is MVP worthy. Everything looks good. But my main concern has always been, how is he going to respond in a game where we're losing or a tough game and you really got to throw us on your back, Brock, and make it happen? I ain't seen it yet. So, still on standby for that one. I thought this might be the game where he gets his first one. It was lining up pretty good, actually. Get the ball coming out of halftime, only down 4. The defense held it together. All we needed to come out and get a touchdown right out the gate. That didn't happen. Kept throwing interceptions. So, I don't know. Faithful, I think we'll be all right. I think we're fine. I think we'll go back to the Super Bowl. And I still got some faith in Kyle Shanahan that he will come up with a better game plan, because we very well could see the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. Very well. Because the Chiefs don't look great. And good teams lose and great players have bad games. Patrick Mahomes did not play good, and his team has not been playing that good this season. Josh Allen, his season's been up and down. Our season's been great. We had a 3-game losing streak. That was terrible. And then we had last night. That was terrible. Our loss, why does it have to be terrible, though? Why can't it just be like, oh, we started off bad. We got it together. Okay, yeah, we're down by 2 scores. Here comes Brock Purdy. Boom, dot, 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 touchdown. Dot, 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 touchdown. I want to see that. That instills confidence in everybody, because you never feel like you're out of a game. You ask the Patriots and the Bucks how often they felt like they were out of the game with Tom Brady behind them. They never felt out of a game, because Tom Brady is Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, and nor am I even trying to compare him to him. But I'm just letting y'all know what elite looks like and how they do. No matter what the situation is, winning, losing, regardless, they're the same person, and you better be scared, because don't let your foot off the gas, because I'm coming for you. That's not what we've seen out of our quarterback, Brock Purdy, yet. Not saying he can't do it or he's not capable in his very young career. I'm just saying it ain't happened yet. And no, he's not better than Lamar Jackson. He's not. Lamar Jackson clearly proved what a game changer is, because their running game wasn't that good yesterday. That was a lot of Lamar. It was a lot of Lamar Jackson. He passed the heck out of that ball yesterday. He was running outside the pocket, making throws. Like, he was a problem, like he is for every team. And we couldn't do too much to hold him for the entire game, because our offense wasn't helping the situation out at all. But it's all cool. Got the Commanders next. It's faithful. Do not sleep on the Rams. Don't do it. Don't do it. You think they wouldn't want to be the ones to derail our whole entire season? Because after we beat these Commanders, which we should, that game holds a lot of weight for us. They're going to be fighting for playoff position as well, so it's going to be a big game regardless. We need to show up. I know that's a couple weeks from now, and I'll get into it then, but I don't want us sleeping. We do not need to sleep on the Rams. Don't do it. Brock Purdy winning MVP, I might as well forget it. We know who the best player on our team is. It's clearly Christian McCaffrey. Don't want to talk about it. Nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. No, not at all. So on that note, I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one, and hopefully we can turn this around and get it together, which I think we will. We're going to be all right, faithful. We had a bad game. It's good, though. We're going to be all right, and Brock is going to bounce back. I truly believe that. But all right, man. I'll holla.